Sure. Pete Davidson has a new movie coming out, directed.
This one's tough.
Pete Davidson has a new movie coming out by famed director Judd Apatow. Remember Judd Apatow? You remember remember the early 2000s? Remember Superbad?
He
fell off hard. Yeah.
I'll tell you something. There was a vacuum in America for like 10 years. There was no good comedy. There was no good nothing. This was the post-Dane Cook era. And it was a lawless land where Judd Apatow was able to make the same mediocre movie like 10 times and get fucking cash money for it. Glad he's back.
Was his downfall when he did that movie with Amy Schumer, who, by the way, does fat cooking shows now?
He was falling apart before that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't really had a home run in a long time.
Well, you want to watch a trailer for his new movie, The King of Staten Island?
Oh, I guess.
I like your tattoos. What are those numbers on your arm?
Oh,
I hope it's for a fucking camp somewhere in Germany.
that's the date my dad died. He was a fireman. Died in a fire 17 years ago.
Wait, so is this the Pete Davidson story?
Plucked from the headlines.
Is this Pete Davidson in the Pete Davidson story?
Plucked from the headlines.
Is this the Pete Davidson biopic?
Yes.
Biopic, or however you pronounce it?
We are going to pluck this from the headlines.
So is this part, it's going to be his life, but not his life?
Right.
Isn't this like one of the lowest forms of a film you can make? Like, isn't this the kind of movie they make for a rapper or right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a 50 Cent type thing, like an Eminem type thing.
Really glad that Judd Apatow is making comedies about 9/11. See, so far, Laugh Riot?
So he wants to make like an 8 Mile or like his Get Rich or Die Trying? Is that
right?
My dad died. He was a fireman. Died in a fire 17
This movie's going to be hilarious.
That wasn't the joke.
Oh.
That was just the sad part.
Oh, well, we're off to a good start in this comedy film.
Died in a fire 17 years ago.
My name's Pete Davidson. My dad, I used to have, instead of a dad, I just had a plaque I could visit every year. Wee.
Also, I didn't know Jim Norton was writing this movie.
The date my dad died. He was a fireman. Died in a fire 17
Yeah, my
years
dad
ago.
died in a fire, stupid.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. It's fine.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not your dad.
See, like he's taking. So what's happening is like he's taking the power from it. Like, you know, there's pain.
Yeah, no.
So like they're smoking weed.
I hate this.
And Mike, he's speaking truth to power. So what's happening is this, right? Like it's something tragic, but he's like, bro, you can make fun of me for it.
I know what he's trying to do. Tattoos, man. It's tattoos and weed stuff.
It's pretty cool.
Because, you know, Pete Davidson wanted to try some new stuff, something new.
It's literally all he
Yeah.
does.
Focus on Scott anymore, honey. He's 24 years old, Marjorie. Let that fucking bird fly, please.
Don't worry, Mom. I know your daughter got smart and went to college and abandoned us. But I'm still here.
Comedy.
It's this weird, like, he wants to be this, like, deep, meaningful, tortured guy.
Right.
And
Well, he's
it's-
torturing me, all right.
And it's so gay.
It's pretty fucking gay.
Just be funny. Like, you know why people remember some other guys as like these tortured guys? Because they were funny. Like Chris Farley. Chris Farley didn't go around going like, "God damn, I'm so dark and tortured."
No, he did coke and fuck prostitutes.
The reason he's interesting to go back and study is because like he tried to hold it together. He was a show business professional who would show up to the Tonight Show because he said he'd be there, and he'd look like shit. And you could go back and study those and go, oh, was that one of his bad days? Look, he's barely holding it together. But Chris Farley wasn't going, oh, man, I'm so tragic, dude. Let's talk about my tragic life, man. He would come in and do his wacky dances, and he'd fucking put on a show, and then he'd leave and go do speedballs and almost die every night. Like, This guy is just it's too on the nose. It's like, God, man, I'm so tortured. Us funny guys, man, we're so dark and tortured. And it's like, you're selling it so hard that you're like, God, this is gay. You're so gay.
Well, I do say it all the time, but it's like the thing with Pete Davidson that really bothers me is he's trying to be a rock star and a comic, and I don't think you could be both, you know?
Yeah, but and the ones that were rock star and comics, you don't know about it until after they're dead. It's like, again, like the Chris Farleys and stuff. I don't even think anyone really knew what a rock star he was until he died, and people were like, oh yeah, he was slamming heroin and doing hookers and fucking partying, and like they kept that shit kind of quiet. It wasn't meant to be his persona. It was how they were. This guy's like selling the persona of it. And
Can
it's
Marissa
really
Tomei still get it, though?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Marissa Tomei.
Fuck, it's so hot.
Yeah, and they probably had to make her look, a little
A
rough.
fugly. Well, he's there from Staten Island. So.
That's true. If you step into Staten Island, you magically become uglier.
Yeah.
But I'm still here. I'm gonna be here forever.
I'm going to live forever.
Yeah.
People told me slow my roll. I want to become a real tattoo artist.
Your work is mad inconsistent. Obama ain't right.
Oh, I love your tattoos. This is my favorite.
See, get tattooed a cat on the dude's stomach.
Who wrote this movie? Pete Davidson's friends in his basement?
Yes.
They tattooed the script on his back.
I've been dating someone for a little while now.
The first guy you dated.
Bill Burr.
Hey, Pete, check it out. I'm fucking your mom. What do you think, huh? Nah, that's crazy. But what do I know? Dude, Bill Burr's fucking plowing your mom in the house that you live in with her, and then doing his podcast on Monday.
Why does Bill Burr look like a registered sex offender in this, too? What's up with that?
Guy you date in 17 years is a fire.
Bill Burr looks like he's about to shoot a jogger.
Bill Burr looks like the way you'd show up to an audition thinking you're supposed to look for an 80s firefighter.
Yeah.
Like, this movie calls for a gay 80s firefighter, and you show up like, yeah, I thought this looked good, right?
Guy you date in 17 years is a fireman, just like that. You don't think that's weird?
You're too old to give a fuck who your mom dates, bro. Like, this movie's so dumb. Like, what? You're too old to give. You got over dad. What's the point of this movie? I'm waiting for the comedy. This is Judd Apatow. This is a comedy, right?
You're gonna have to pull your weight a little more around here. Maybe help Ray get his kids to school.
Kelly, do you know him?
He's a new friend.
You okay? You know, you could tell me.
I'm okay.
Oh, I trained her in the car. She's not going to break.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I just looked it up.
Yes. Yes.
The three writers.
Who are the writers?
There's Pete Davidson, Judd Apatow.
Who's the third?
Dave Cyrus. Yes. The guy we were with at the fucking Comedy Fight Club, Dave Cyrus. Yeah. But to be fair, he's the third guy on there, which means this is mostly Pete Davidson and Judd Apatow.
No. Look, I like Dave.
And Dave's probably the guy that was brought in, and they were like, could you do anything to punch this up? Please help us punch this up.
But I will not give him a reprieve on this.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
like him.
That's fair.
He's a
No,
good
I'm not
person.
defending it. I'm just saying that he probably was brought in and they were like, this thing really is bad. Can you make it funny?
You ever think about putting on the jacket?
Why would you even ask me that?
What's wrong with being a fireman?
It's fine if you don't have kids, because you don't know if you're going to come home or not.
Steve Buscemi's in it.
And then your
Hey, what do you
kids are
think, Pete? What do you think maybe you could become a firefighter? Huh? Like your pop? What do you think, huh? You risk your life every day running up buildings, saving a bunch of black babies? You make like a hot $32,000 a year. What do you say, Pete? Huh? But what do I know? The whole movie's just Pete Davidson. Should I quit? Man, what if is he actually playing Pete Davidson in this movie? Because that would be even better if the movie's like, should I quit Saturday Night Live to make $35,000 a year as a New York City firefighter? The whole movie is just him hanging. What if this really is What if that really is just Steve Buscemi in the movie? And he's like, hey, I'm talking. I had to find the only guy who's done both. And you're the only other guy I know on the planet. It's like Letterman asking for Carson for advice. Yeah. You're the only guy I know that's been both a firefighter and a movie star. Which one should I do, Steve? And Steve Buscemi's like, I don't know, kid. I mean, I like acting. It's pretty cool. I got to be on The Sopranos.
I was in Boardwalk Empire.
I mean, kid, I would stick with the acting. You get to bang actresses, and it's way less. It's being a firefighter kind of sucks, to be honest. And that's the end of the movie. The end of the movie is him hanging out with Bill Burr and Steve Buscemi, and Bill Burr going, "Yeah, no, I'm just hanging around the firefighters because I'm, got a role coming up. I've just been following him around. This whole movie is Bill Burr is banging Pete Davidson's mom." In real life. It's a documentary. Bill Burr is following firefighters around for a role because they're going to make a live action film version of Dennis Leary's The Job. Dennis Leary's Rescue Me. But Bill Burr is going to play the lead role in it. So he's learning how to be a firefighter. And this whole movie ends with them just making fun of firefighters at a diner.
Fine if you don't have kids, because you don't know if you're going to come home or not, and then your kids are fucked up.
You make everyone around you feel crazy. People are normal, then they hang out with you, and then they're fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining or something.
It's a good reference.
I gotta tell my mom you tried to drown me.
It's an above ground pool. You're like fucking 8 feet tall.
Did they film this movie in fucking Carl's house from Aqua Teen?
It really, but Staten Island. I mean, they probably filmed it in Staten Island, which that looks like Staten Island. That definitely looks like Staten Island or Long Island.
Now, let me tell you something. Your dad was a hero. And heroes are necessary. And they should be allowed to have families.
So wait, the point of this, and they've given away the whole movie already, but the point of this movie is that firefighters are allowed to have families?
Apparently up until this was, I don't know if you guys know this.
What?
But for years, people have said, oh, you're a firefighter? Yeah, you don't deserve to ever be around children. You fucking sick piece of shit. Nobody like you should ever be around kids or women. What is that? That's the scene where they're all having fun?
Yeah, it's when they're hanging out, bro.
And it feels so not fun. Did that feel fun at all? Or did that feel like a scene they had to film where it looks like they're having fun?
You gotta get your shit together. Time is passing by very quickly.
Why do you think I smoke weed all the time?
I don't know, because you've made it your personality.
Royce.
What?
This isn't the movie now. This is Pete Davidson wants to have a profound moment. Why does he smoke weed? He's going to tell us, man. This is profound. Cool. He's going to open up.
So I can slow it down.
Yeah, man.
I just feel like everybody's always disappointed in me, and I never live up to anybody's expectations.
It's about right.
But
it's about right.
You missed the profound part, man.
What's that?
His brain moves so fast.
Got it.
He's so smart, he's so brilliant that he needs weed to slow down, man. Because he's so out there.
Hey, thanks for listening to all this. You're one of the few people who treat me, like a person.
If I saw Pete Davidson walking with a kid, I'd call the police.
Immediately.
I would immediately call the police.
You're welcome.
Good. This is good. No, it's going to be
on demand.
Well, because coronavirus, I'm sure.
I have a feeling this would have been on demand if there was no coronavirus.
There's no way to prove that now.
I have a feeling.
There's no way to prove that now.
I have a feeling that this was going to be on demand no matter what. This should be a fucking Redbox exclusive.